right.
Now live.
Hey,
Hey,
here we are again.
are we live again?
Yeah, and we are okay at the moment.
Everything's working.
Yes, we're good. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Not much. Hey, see
Long
you
time no see.
No
Yeah.
kidding. What you been up to?
Oh man, busy. You know,
No,
as I
don't.
always am.
Tell me. Okay, so you have a business.
Uh huh.
And it's called what?
Shadow Fox Design.
So you got the business called Shadow Fox Design. What do you actually do besides sit on a computer all day and tell everybody you work?
Yeah.
So what do you do? Really, seriously.
I build websites. I try with whatever knowledge I have to help businesses out in any online capacity that I can, as far as websites, connecting things up like their Google, their Facebook, anything of that nature.
Right.
And I also try to help with projects that I learn on. So.
Yeah. So, okay, you say you build websites and help people out. How do you do that? Give me an example of how you build a website.
An example of how I build a website?
Yeah.
Well, I take
you got to buy a domain name and then go from there. How do you do that?
I mean, yeah, you need a domain name. That's how people find you on the internet. Okay. So otherwise, it'd just be a string of numbers. Huh?
So you have to purchase that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's usually done on a yearly basis. So you pay for a domain name for a year, 2 years, 10 years, whatever the case may be. And I help people do that. But I usually include the price of monthly maintenance and updates. I usually include the price of a domain name. So you don't have to worry about paying for it yearly. It'll automatically happen when you choose to go with me.
So do you like, if I send you a bunch of pictures, can you add those when you're building a website? And you just add them to it? How does that work? If I have a bunch of pictures I want to put on a website and I just want it to be me, of course, I just want it to be me. Yeah. What would I do? Just send you all the pictures?
Well, yeah, you'd send me pictures. You'd send me information that you want. If I start at a low price point, that way clients can get a website with the basics. And then depending upon what else they need, I can add services as far as like social media posts, Google ads, Facebook ads, all that kind of stuff. I can add any of that. You can add SEO, which is search engine optimization, to be able to for people to better find your website, your service, your business. In the basic package is included like basic SEO and things of that nature to be able to get you on the web for a price point that is within reason.
Okay, so would you call that exciting to you?
Well, I love it. I love doing what I do. I love being able to help people, businesses specifically, and getting them online and helping them out the best way I can.
But see, I don't know. I just couldn't sit there all day on a computer and see how chilled you are. You're just kind of laid back, like you're in 1969 at Woodstock. Yeah, I just sit there on the computer, and this is what I want. What you're taking, whatever it is, just let me know. Give me a hookup when I come back home, okay?
Yeah, it's called lack of sleep. It happens.
You always have an excuse. So everybody just wanted everybody to give everybody kind of a basis of what's going on. I'm Roger. Chris, say hey.
Hey.
And then you got Mama T on the top of the screen there. So me and Mama T are actually in Vermont, the last city in the United States before you get to Canada. And Tracy is actually working in one of the hospitals up here. So we brought the dogs in the RV, and some of the pictures on my Facebook, you guys have to go and look at them. But we have a spot that we oversee the lake here, Lake Montagugu or whatever it is. What is it, T?
Massaquahi or something like that.
Massaquatchie or Cuckoo or whatever it is. But this is supposed to be like the Loch Ness monster. They got a big monster over here too. So I don't know. It looks like an alligator is what they're describing, and they've got pictures of it. Because when I walked in the store yesterday, they were like, "Hey," I said, "Cool, you got gator stuff up here." Oh, that's supposed to be the monster in the lake. Okay. We just got back from Scotland, so the monster in the lake. Yeah, we went to Loch Ness, so it's kind of like a takeoff of the Loch Ness monster, I guess. So anyway, we're up here for a couple of weeks. I'll be back home next week in the studio because we're going to have who is that? The CrossFit, I guess the Valdosta. Some of the people there in Valdosta. Dana is going to be
people.
Yeah, Dana's going to be bringing them in. So I'll be in the studio next week with them. It's going to be pretty cool. I'd like to see it. You may see me show up in my, what did we talk about last time, Chris? My half shirt and what shorts are those? The shorts from
Top and your spandex shorts.
Richard Simmons shorts, yes.
Oh boy.
And my knee
cute.
socks.
That should be
and
fun.
And my tennis shoes. And I ain't gonna wear no hat. I'm gonna put my beer in a bun. And that way it'll be in a bun. And I slick my hair all the way back.
Just
so that
braid
way
it like Thor.
Braid it. I can't. How do you braid? Let's see.
At the very end of the Infinity Wars, Thor's big
Two.
beard.
Hold on. I'm getting it.
You don't know how to braid.
Look, I did it.
You look just like Thor.
I look just like Thor now, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh well. I don't want him to be jealous. Let me take it out.
I hate that.
I do too. So anyway, yeah, we're kind of just had a nice little trip up here. We had, like, last week I couldn't even call in because I was on the road and got lost in New York. Took my 15-foot RV through a 9-foot tried to get it under a 9-foot bridge. That didn't work out too well. Police weren't happy, and neither was anybody else on the road. And so we just kind of been traveling around doing our thing, kind of keeping up a little basketball here and there. We've also, baseball's going on, and you also have the hockey season is coming to an end because the Stanley Cup is coming on.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah. Just them and basketball kind of run simultaneously.
Yeah, and they always do.
And I'm going to tell you what, you go down to Valdosta, you go down to Lowndes County, you go down to Camden County, Tift County, Brooks County.
Georgia in general. Georgia,
Thomas
Florida.
County. Yeah. Georgia, I'm telling you what, it's all about football down there. Up here, they do nothing but talk about hockey. It's all about, of course, we're on the Canadian border. So that and what's that other sport, where you sweep it? It's
curling.
Curling. Lieutenant, curling. So
Curling's a cool sport.
We're gonna go curling, right? We're gonna try that one time.
You gotta get me up once I get down in that position.
We'll talk about that position later, baby.
Lord, it's gonna take a forklift to get me up once I get down like that.
Well, we do the curling, but what we did do this weekend, we did go up to the ski resorts. We didn't tell anybody about that. We went up and we saw one of the ski resorts. Next weekend, we're going up to not next week, weekend after next. We're going to go up to see. We're actually going to try to ski for the first time ever.
I think they're all closed for the summer. I don't think you're.
No, there's one that's open year round. I don't think it's all real snow. I don't know. We're going to go up and find out. The one we went to this past week was closed because half the mountain. I don't understand where it's 63 degrees down at the base. We get to the top, it's 58 degrees. Well, we're not really at the top. We're at the base of that actual mountain. And that mountain still had snow on it.
Yeah, but it was melting a bunch of patches where it was
but how is there still snow if we're at 58 degrees unless that mountain is still cold underneath it?
It's still cold under there. It hasn't got warm yet.
I guess. I don't know. That was just kind of weird to see it. See up where we were is 53 degrees and up there was still snow on the top. Like it's 73 to get today, and looking across those mountains, they still have snow on the top of them.
He wants to talk about Stowe Mountain where he thinks he's going to ski.
I am. I'm going to try it.
We also went to the Ben & Jerry's factory and ate ice cream.
I ate the nastiest ice cream. I thought it was going to be ice cream, and it was actually a bunch of damn cookies.
Well, you asked for the cookie thing.
But the cookie ice cream, but I thought it would be like an Oreo blizzard or something. It was a bunch of cookies shoved in a cup.
Look at the pictures of what you order before you order.
That was weird. But I will tell you what was cool on our Facebook, on my Facebook anyway. Not Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. You'll look at the pictures of the Ben and Jerry's graveyard, and some of those were pretty cool. They've got a Georgia one there. They've got a bunch of
all the retired flavors.
Yeah, all the retired flavors is actually pretty cool. And then they had a monument that was to Lewis. There.
John.
Yeah, to John Lewis. That was actually pretty cool.
Nice memorial to John Lewis there.
Yeah, and it's really weird because we're from that area where John Lewis, your last stint was right there at that bridge.
Was a representative from the state of Georgia to the U.S. Congress.
Right, but he was also the one who came across the river.
Alabama.
Yeah, in Selma. And you were just right over in that area around Columbus doing another stint over there. So it's pretty cool to come way up here. I think it's like 1,235 miles. And to see somebody from Georgia that had made that type of impact. Of course, he had a lot to do with freedom and that stuff. But to make that kind of impact in the United States, that people up here in the northern parts of the United States actually are memorializing him in the fashion that they do. And
we're in Bernie territory.
Yeah, we're in Bernie. Yeah,
Bernie and John Lewis were buds.
Right.
And it's all the big John Lewis Voting Act that they tried. I think it died somewhere in the Senate, but they tried to pass it.
Right.
But it was
it's just pretty cool. It's just really cool that they actually up here that they put that memorial up on the side of their whole building.
Yeah.
And one of the actual, we think it was one of the owners was out there washing the windows, washing the counters, washing the tables,
trash,
picking up trash. It's not like it's beneath them to come out there and do it. It's actually pretty cool to watch.
Very clean little area, and you could buy ice cream. We didn't get to do a tour because the tours are closed right now, but
right.
Maybe we'll go back before we leave here and see if we can do a tour of it.
Yeah, the mother-in-law is coming up in June?
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna come up and stay for a week, and we're gonna take her by there. Maybe the tours will be open then.
Yeah, maybe the tours will be open by then.
So anyway, Chris, where you at, man? Chris just disappeared.
Yeah, I'm here. Just listening.
Are you sleeping?
Yeah.
Wake up, man.
Yeah.
What did we say? Everybody, this is a round robin test. What person is being memorialized in Ben and Jerry? Chris, go.
John Lewis, Chris.
Kurt Cobain.
That's why he was off the screen, because he wasn't paying us no attention.
No, not a bit.
Chris, who's in the playoffs for the basketball, Chris? Do you know?
Knicks.
No.
Lakers.
They got put out last round.
Lakers.
Magic.
You make the
Orlando
playoffs.
Magic.
Oh Lord.
No,
That's
actually,
it.
I just
There's
I
only
watched
3
a
teams
show
that didn't
on Shaquille O'Neal. He's a very interesting person.
He is a very interesting.
There was 3 teams that didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And those are the 3 teams that Chris mentioned.
No,
Oh.
the Knicks made.
Well,
No, the Knicks made.
That's because Shaq doesn't play with him anymore.
Oh, that's right. Shaq played in all the teams you just remembered. Oh, okay. I get it.
Well, I don't know about the Knicks, but I know that he played
would
for the
play with the
Lakers and the
Knicks.
Magic.
Yeah, and the Heat. That's the other team he played for.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Heat's still in it.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yes, they're still.
That's Miami.
They'll probably. I
Miami.
think what are
That's
they?
where my
up?
mom's
It's
from.
It's a 2-2.
2-2. The Heat and the 76ers. Is that who they're playing?
Yeah. Yep.
And then Phoenix and Dallas.
Right. And
They're tied
Dallas is. I
2-2.
think that's also 2-2.
They're tied 2-2.
The only one that's 3-1 is the Warriors and.
The Warriors are up 3-1 against Memphis.
Right.
Other Boston. Who's Boston playing?
Let's see. Hold on a second. We just watched it last night. Was it last night?
Yeah,
The
who's
Grizzlies.
playing?
They're good. Memphis Grizzlies.
No, that's
No,
who the
That's
Warriors
who
are
Golden.
playing.
That's who Golden State's playing. Hold on. It's not Giannis. It's no. The 76ers are playing the other one. Huh?
Yeah, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee
No,
Bucks.
wait, Milwaukee's playing. I think 76ers are playing Miami. Milwaukee's playing Boston, yeah, because they got beat last night.
Yeah. Also, they're right position.
Uh-oh. Had an issue. Gotta fix it. While we're waiting, let me fix this issue and check this out for a minute. Need a website for your business? Let Shadowfox Design help. We will design and build your website so you have more time for your business. We will help with all your online needs so you have more time for your customers. Learn more and get started now by going to www.shadowfox.design.
Team overall selection in the 2022 NHL draft belongs to the New York Islanders. This is the first time since 2019 that the Islanders will have a first-round draft pick.
Hey.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
1987.
That's all right, Mama
Lost
T.
you there
Get
for a
back on
second.
there. Are we going back up?
Overall selection
Hold on.
NHL draft belongs to Columbus Blue Jackets.
The Blue Jackets also had the 12th pick in last
Give me
year's
just a
draft.
second.
Cole Sillinger, who went on
Tracy,
to
come back in.
I'm in.
I don't see you.
I see you.
The 11th
I see you now.
overall selection in the 2022
They're doing the NHL draft right now.
San Jose Sharks. And this is the first time since 1994 that the Sharks will select the 11th overall pick.
All right,
Jeff Friesen,
We're back again.
we are.
number 10.
The,
Sorry
N-
about that,
the,
guys. There we go.
the NHL lottery draft is on right now. They're down to number 10.
the last 3 years, including Trevor Zegras.
I got a
They're
friend
at the
that
number
knows.
10 spot right now. Huh?
I know nothing about hockey. Nothing.
His first NHL draft as GM.
I can
Well,
talk just
Anaheim
about
got the
the
number
other
10.
sport.
We're going to do the countdown. Number 10. The number 9 NHL draft belongs to the Sabres, wherever they're from. Buffalo, the Buffalo Sabres. All right, we'll wait to do that until we get down to the final five. 'Cause
Yeah.
this could
I
be.
don't know anything about hockey.
I don't either, but it's
Above my
pretty
pay
cool.
grade.
Detroit Red Wings actually got the number 8 lottery pick.
Is it the worst teams that get it, or the best teams, or is it all the
It's
teams?
just a lottery. It's a big lottery.
I know
and you're not-
basketball is a lottery too, but isn't it like the worst teams who get it? It's a lottery.
Yeah, but they at the top. There's 20 of them.
Oh,
And
that might be
right,
all the NHL teams. I don't know
16.
how many.
Chicago Senators just got the number 6 or number 7.
Chicago Senators.
Yep. The
they were
Ottawa,
the
Ottawa Senators.
Ottawa Senators. I was going to say Chicago's the Blackhawks or the something like that.
Exactly. The Chicago Blackhawks just took the number 5th spot in the lottery draft.
Then Las Vegas has the Gladiators.
So, evidently, Columbus, Chicago has.
What's the lottery draft?
So they get like
The
they do
Philadelphia
it
Flyers
in the
just got the
NBA
number
too.
5.
Who?
Philadelphia Flyers, first time ever they got into the lottery.
Lottery draft is like they all get and they go by lottery and they just pick a car, essentially pick a number, and whoever gets the number 1 gets the first pick in the draft.
Oh,
So
so they get to take their pick of whatever players they think are the best.
yeah, like in the
Seattle
NFL,
Kraken's got number 4.
like in the NFL, if you are the worst team in the league, you get the number one pick.
Huh.
But NBA and NHL do it differently. They have like a lottery, so everybody's name gets thrown in a bucket, and you get to choose whatever number your name's pulled out of. That's what number you'll choose in the draft.
Oh,
Okay, there's 3 left in the top 3: Montreal, Arizona, and New Jersey. Those are the 3 that are actually
Where's
left.
Vegas? Did
for the
Vegas
top-
not go?
I guess not, because they must have made the playoffs.
Oh, I think they did.
So you got those top 3 that are actually sitting right now waiting.
I think they're glad. Is it Knights? Las Vegas Knights?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
They play at
But-
the MGM.
So Chris,
yeah.
so what it's like is it's almost like you get a deck of cards. And I take the deck of cards and I have 16 numbers. And I'm sitting there with that deck and I've got 16 people sitting in front of me. So I take that first card that I draw, which is the number 16 card, and it gives me one of you 16 people in front of me. So, for example, let's say we did them all and we got down to number 3. It's me, you, and Mama T. So I've got 3 cards left, and the one I pick is me. So that just leaves 2 cards left, and that would be you and Mama T.
Right.
So the last card that I pick will actually be the number 1 pick. The second to last will be the number 2 pick. The last card to pick will be the number 1. And then so what you do is, out of all the hockey players that are eligible to come into the draft, you get the very first shot. Let's say that it was your Mama T's I picked second, and the number 1 I picked you. So you get that first chance to pick whoever the best person is in that's not in the NHL, that's eligible to play in the NHL. You get to pick from them and pick that best person. For example, last year, this past year, it was the Jaguars had it and they got a linebacker. The year before that, the Jaguars had it and they got Trevor Lawrence.
But football does it based on worst score. Hockey does it based on the random draw.
That was just an example on best player pick.
Yeah.
So now the lottery, they're down to the last 3 in this lottery, the NHL lottery. Now, they do this, I think it's the first night of the Stanley Cup or the night before the Stanley Cup or something like that.
Right.
The Stanley Cup, they're not down to the final teams yet. There were still 4, I thought.
Is there?
I don't know. I can't look it up.
I don't know either.
I'm going to look it up.
Look, she doesn't put us on hold, Chris.
I'm
see
looking
that.
it up.
Chris, your dad's sitting behind you there? Put me back on screen with you.
So we still have Boston to Carolina, Tampa Bay and Toronto, LA and Edmonton, and St. Louis and Minnesota.
Okay. So that means, how come I'm the only one on the screen?
I'm
Huh?
looking at it.
That's because
So, and all 4 series are tied up 2-2.
The number 3 pick,
So all 4
overall
of those,
selection for the NHL, the number 3 pick, it goes to the Arizona Coyotes. So that means New Jersey, and who's the other
New
one?
Jersey's team.
Hold on, you thinking New Jersey and Montreal?
The Canadians?
Yep, it's either Montreal or New Jersey gets the first pick.
Who's New Jersey's team?
Hold on a second. They're going to announce it here in 1 second. The first overall selection, I told you they skip number 2 and go to number 1, goes to Montreal. The Canadians get it. Montreal gets the first pick in the NHL draft,
Okay.
which means New Jersey gets the second one.
Who's New Jersey's team?
Go ahead.
Oh,
I thought he was saying something.
who, me?
Yeah. Why is that marijuana leaf coming up?
What?
I saw a marijuana leaf came up right in front of us. All right, dude, it's
No.
legal up here. Let's do it.
No.
First time they picked in the top 6 in 22 years. So anyway, with that being said, we're talking about drafts. Let's talk about And it's really different because we don't talk about this. But let's talk about the Kentucky Derby.
Oh man, did you watch the Derby, Chris?
No.
Oh, dude, I don't watch the Derby either, but I saw a replay, and that horse, Rich Strike was his name. He was like an 80-1 odd to win. And there's 20 horses, right? Is that how many they line up? 18, 20?
Something like that, yeah.
21. So he was behind, like fourth from last, right up until they came to the last curve.
Yeah, he was still fourth from last at the last curve.
Fourth from last coming around the last curve. But then all of a sudden, like, somebody hit the turbo button and that horse turned on the afterburners and he came from fourth to last to win by a length.
But here's the problem. Not the problem. Here's what's so unique about it, because most of the time the jockeys will get their horse out to the side. Mm-hmm. And out way outside so they can actually get the fresh air and they can get they can get their stride down. He literally went straight up the middle.
Straight through the middle, yeah. Right.
Horses were getting out of his way for some reason.
Chris, you need to Google it. Just watch
I got a video clip of it here.
Yeah, show us the clip.
Yeah,
show us the clip. Everybody watch this.
I don't know if this is going to be.
All right, that's okay. Just watch.
About, but...
So his rider's got a red hat on.
Where did it go? Yeah, that was
That's
it.
all it takes.
It don't take but 2 minutes. That's fine. Where did the video go?
Should be there.
There it is.
So he's way in the back. He's one of that back crew back there. See how that back crew's just getting left?
I can't see it, so I don't know.
I see it keeps going off when you start talking.
Yeah, because it's showing each of you.
Okay.
All right, point it out, Chris. Watch the back. Watch all the way in the back.
You need to find got him
name?
like out.
Stop talking, T. Stop talking, T. Watch this. Well, I don't guess we're going to watch this. I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah,
is it still up there?
It's only about halfway over.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Oh. All right, he's coming in from the back right now. He's going to start. He'll start coming up. Watch him. Now, he's the one right in the middle with the red hat right there. Right in the middle, he's got the red hat on. You can see him coming up from the back. He's squeezing his way. He's coming around the last turn right here. Right there. You see he got that red on. Here he comes. He's right in the middle. See how all the other horses are trying to get outside? It leaves the room on the inside, and here he comes right up the middle. Which is really, really, look, here he comes. And the announcer doesn't even announce that he's even in contention. And you've got the 4 people up front here running up. And there he comes. Right there. Boom. And that's the first time the announcer says anything about him. Isn't that just, that is just awesome.
That's crazy.
He came from way in the back.
Well, and that just brings it around to say, you don't have to be. He was at 80-1 odds.
80-1. He wasn't even supposed to be able to run, but I think another horse pulled out, so he got in at the last minute.
For those of you who don't know what 81 odds means, it means you only have 20% chance of winning. Only a 20% chance out of 80, out of 100.
I think the trainer said some of his friends who bet on the horse, they bet like $1,000 and they got an $80,000 payoff.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. So it's one of those things that and the other big surprise about it was he was not even in the race.
Yeah, he's way in the back.
For 2 hours before the race, he was actually put in the race.
That's what I said. He was a last minute add-in.
Yeah, it was a last minute add-in, and so they didn't really think that he was actually going to do anything. Nobody had a background on him. Nobody knew anything about him. So it was really, really weird that it just goes to show you, don't ever count your chickens before the horse crosses the line.
That is a saying everybody knows.
Yeah, that's a
But
very
then if
popular
you
saying.
watch the video of him afterwards, so it's standard procedure for an outrider, they call it, somebody in the fancy schmancy outfit on a horse, to come up and grab hold of the horse's rein so the jockey, they can walk the horse, cool it down, and the jockey can interview people, because somebody will come up on a horse on the other side and interview the jockey while they're walking them. So this horse was so amped up, he bit the guy on the other horse.
Twice.
He was like in nobody's getting ahead of me mode, and when he saw that horse beside him, he was ready to go again.
Man.
So I'm like,
So yeah, so
crazy.
the trainer said that he still was, what did they call it? He was still in killer mode.
he was
he
in
didn't
race
want-
mode. Yeah.
He still didn't want to give up that somebody else was going to be in front of him. So he bit the jockey and was going to run in front of him.
Because the jockey reached over to grab his reins,
Yeah.
which is standard for what they do. And he was
Right.
like, oh no, why are you trying to slow me down? I am still in full force.
Yep, exactly.
So he bit him to try to get away from him because he was trying to slow him down.
And he said that if that jockey would not have done that, he might have hurt some people or something going in there.
Well, said if he had like reared up on his hind legs and thrown the jockey, then
Yeah.
he might have hurt himself.
Hmm.
So the guy, from what I understand, the guy he did
Or
he
hurt
did
the
a good job
jockey.
of that. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's
Well,
not
that,
even
that was just
safe. It's not even safe to be an outrider at the Kentucky Derby. That's not even a safe job.
not even a safe job.
Got to go back to my Walmart greeter job when I retire.
That brings me to the fact. I just want to ask anybody if they've ever done this. So, Tracy, when I first got here, I think it was day 3. We decided to go to Walmart, and we get to Walmart and we get the cleaning supplies because the RV had been setting up for about 6 weeks. So we wanted to make sure we clean it up. The dogs were coming in it and all this other stuff. And so we get to Walmart. And we literally have our buggy just loaded full of stuff. Like $200 some worth of stuff we had it loaded full of.
Wow.
And so we get to, which I asked Tracy, I said, is there anything else we need? She's like, no, I think we got it all. And so we get to the counter, and the lady, I'm sitting there having a good time. You know me, I talk to everybody. So I'm talking and I'm talking and I'm talking and I'm talking. And so this lady goes, okay, your total is so-and-so. And I said, oh, okay. I reached back, and guess what I didn't have?
Wallet?
I didn't have my wallet, and Tracy didn't have her purse.
Oh boy.
Good time.
So
So I had
So
to run
I-
out,
you know-
get
I've
the
done
car,
that.
run all the way back to the RV to get some sort of money to come back while
Yeah.
he waited around.
she says all the way back to RV, it's like 3 minutes back to the RV park, which is
It's
the
more
campground
longer
here in
than that
Newport.
when it's me because I get lost.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was just I thought it was just freaking hilarious.
It was
And
funny.
so I'm standing there, and the woman's just looking at me like I done lost my mind. And I'm like, what? And I said, look, put the transaction in suspend mode. I'll go stand over here with the cart. She's going to go get the money. So that she gave me the receipt, put it in suspend mode. I went and stood over there, went and got Tracy. And Tracy went to the RV. Now, mind you, it's probably about 3.5, maybe 4 miles. Tracy knows I'm fitting to tell on her now. So it's about 4 miles, and we've been this trip at that point, it's been like 3 or 4 times. So I'm standing there, my back's starting to hurt. So I'm like, okay, where's Tracy at? So my feet starting to hurt. So I go in the pharmacy and I sit down and leave the cart sitting over there. So I'm like, okay, where's Tracy at? Something doesn't have to do. She got in an accident or something. Let me give her a call. So I call her. Oh, I'm on my way back. I'm right here at so-and-so. I'll be right there. 20 minutes later.
It was not 20
It
minutes.
was 20 minutes, but don't you even
It
say
was
that.
not.
It was too. 20 minutes later, she showed up, and I said, what'd you do, get lost? She said, yeah. And we weren't but 3 miles from Walmart, everybody.
I took a wrong turn. Or I missed the turn.
She took a wrong
But
turn in
anybody who knows
Albuquerque.
me, it is not a secret.
It's-
It is not a secret that I have no sense of humor. It's no secret that I have no sense of direction.
You have no sense of humor either.
I've been married to you for 33 years. I got a sense of humor.
Well, wait, what are you trying to say? I'm
You
not
know
listening
you're
anymore.
constantly fooling, but anybody who knows me knows I have no sense of direction. I can't find my car in the mall parking lot half the time.
That's so true. But you know what? There's people like that. Their sense of direction. But we
I
always
have
grew
none.
up with a sense of direction, looking at the sun, and they be able to tell where how to get somewhere by doing that. And Tracy's just, when we ride around this town, and again, go back and look at some of our pictures on our Facebook, and you just ride around this town. It is so beautiful. Some of the Catholic cathedrals that are here, one of the ones we went up to,
beautiful
is beautiful.
church
And some
here.
of the land and the big cow farms, and they're not like us. They just started letting their cows out of the barn. I'm not being funny, but their cows are literally just coming out of the barn, and they've got this plush green grass that has just come out because of the snow is gone, and now they're getting this warm air, and the grass is just flourishing, and now the cows are starting to come out. And first couple of days
it's
we were
calving
here.
season as well, so
Well, that's true.
they're starting to calve now too, so they'll keep them locked up until they calve.
Right.
It's
So
mostly dairy farms here. Like down south, they grow. We do mostly cows for meat down there.
A lot
Yeah.
of beef cows. Yeah.
A lot of beef cows. Up here, it's dairy farms.
They take them black and white cows, and you have 1,000. This one farm that's literally about a quarter of a mile from us. It literally has thousands of dairy cows that are they're just now letting outside of it, and their actual barn is probably a quarter of a mile long. And
it might be bigger than that. It's
and an eighth of a mile wide or something. It's huge. They can roll up the sides completely on all the way around it. They can roll it all the way up, just so it looks like you have a pole barn out there. But then you pull down these sides on it, it looks like just a regular big old barn. It's pretty cool.
It's great. I didn't realize this was such a dairy farm area.
Yeah.
And
So who's playing tonight on Golden State's playing tonight? No, Golden State
played last night.
Yeah.
They pulled it out by the skin of their teeth last night.
So who's playing tonight, T?
It's Miami and whoever they're playing.
Sixers, aren't they playing the Sixers?
Miami and the Sixers and Phoenix and whoever they're playing. Dallas.
Is it 2-2 for Miami?
It's 2-2 for everybody except for Golden State.
So Miami and my brother kept saying to me, Miami
played last night.
Did they yesterday before Golden State, right? No.
I thought they did.
Who played
Phoenix
before Golden
won.
State?
I think it was Miami and the 76ers. I don't know.
No, because that wasn't Harding. Harding didn't play last night.
Oh, well, maybe that's tonight then. Milwaukee and Boston played yesterday.
Well, yeah, it's Milwaukee and Boston before that. That's right, because Boston pulled it out. Because
Boston pulled it out.
Anybody that knows me knows I'm a big Boston fan. I go all the way back to the Paul Pierce and Larry Birds and the McHales and stuff like that with and Ainge and all them that played with Boston. But so I'm a big Boston fan, and I have to say my boy Hardaway. I said he's my boy, and I can't remember his damn name. From Georgia. From Florida, Boston. What's his name? Come on, to your laughing.
I'm thinking. I don't
Can't
know.
think of his name
I
either.
can't think of it.
And we had this monstrous conversation about him last night.
I know, and I can't think of his name.
Hold on. I know somebody's yelling at the screen. What is his name? Horford.
Horford. That's it.
There you go. I knew it. I knew it'd come to me sooner or later. I had to go through the alphabet.
Again with the H, but you said Harden too many times.
I know.
Harden.
Yeah, it just flew off of my tongue there.
Horford. Horford had a monster game yesterday.
He's
35 years old, and he was showing out there.
He was, and you know what? And you could see that it was Embiid, not Embiid. It was Kamala Palafulu. Giannis was sucking air last night.
Sure was.
He was at half court and couldn't run to the other half.
But he played almost the entire game.
But did you see Horford go up? You did, because you were sitting here with me.
I was sitting right beside you.
Yeah, Horford went up and challenged him and slammed it over
Giannis.
Under
the Coupe is his name.
Because his older brother plays on that team too.
Younger brother.
No, it's his older brother. His brother's older.
You sure?
I'm positive.
I thought his brother was younger.
Nope, I am positive his brother's older.
The Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yep.
Which he is a very freakishly large man.
Well, but he's not that big because if you look at Lopez, who's on the same team, he's actually 3 inches taller.
No.
Yeah.
Lupe is 6'11". Lopez is 7 feet. That's
7'1" or 7'2". He's 7'1", I think.
Lopez is 7 feet.
I'm telling you, I was looking at him last night. No.
Yes.
No.
And I'll lay money he's got a wider wingspan than Lopez. I'd almost bet.
Well, you'd be losing your money. Well, no, he probably does because he has like a 7'4" or
He's
7'5".
a freakishly large man.
Well, I guess his extremities are larger, but his body is the same as some of the other larger.
The thing is, he's all legs. He's built like a fielder.
I was just
He's all
going to say that.
legs.
Yeah,
he's
obviously
a long torso. He's 6'11", but his legs are
longer and his arms are way longer.
Arms are way longer.
Yeah, for sure.
Lopez is more evenly distributed, his height.
Right.
I don't like Lopez. He's creepy to me. I don't know why. I just think he's creepy.
Doesn't he have a twin brother?
He does have a twin brother who did play in the league. I don't know if he still does.
Where did he play? He played somewhere. Where was it?
I don't remember. He's the one who had the big afro. The twin brother had the big afro, and
didn't he play with LA at one time, or was it?
He may have.
Philadelphia.
I think he played with the Clippers at one time, but I could be wrong. But yeah, he's one of the couple sets of twins in the NBA. Those two, Marcus Smart maybe has a twin brother.
Right.
And then there's a Marquise. I can't remember his last name. He has a twin brother. They all play in the league. And they may actually, that last guy, Marquise, he may play on the same team as his twin brother. Because when he first got drafted, he cut a deal with the team who drafted him to take less money if they would sign his brother as well.
And they did.
They signed them both. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he gave him half of the money. Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. So Dallas is up right now. So it's
And they're
Dallas
playing
and Phoenix. Right.
Let me tell you, I thought Phoenix was going to walk all over Dallas, but Dallas is holding its own.
You know what? And everybody keeps saying that that Phoenix is going to have the Golden State's going to have a hard time with Phoenix. I tell you what the problem is, if Phoenix don't put it together, they're not going to get to meet them because Dallas and Kovacevic or whatever you say his name is actually going to be the one there. They're not going to have a chance to play him.
Danik or something like that. Not Joker. The Joker played for Denver.
No, Joker. I'm not talking about him.
I know. I'm talking about the guy from Dallas.
Look, it's Chris.
You know
he
what?
Finally decided to join
if
us.
Dallas gets through if Dallas gets through this round, I don't know if Golden State has somebody who can take on him. He is 7 feet tall of muscle. Big boy.
Who are you talking about?
Your view.
And the Warriors are the guy from Dallas. What is his name? The guy from Dallas. Danik or Danik, I don't know how you say his last name.
He's not 7 foot. You're talking about the point guard? The point guard is the one who's running the whole floor.
I'm talking about the big boy. I'm talking about the big boy for Dallas.
I don't remember what his name is, honestly.
The big Serbian or Croatian or Bosnian. I don't know where he's from, but I think he's Serbian, actually. But
Boban Marjanovic.
Marjanovic.
No, his last name begins with a D.
A D?
He's not 7 foot. He's only like 6'8", 6'7", or not even that tall. I don't think.
I was saying Marjanovic is 7'4".
That's Marjanovic.
There's one that begins with a D.
He is their 6 foot, 6'4", 6'6" point guard.
He ain't no 6'4". That is a big boy.
Okay, I'm telling you what it is, but you don't listen like usual.
You got the roster pulled up, Chris?
Yeah, he's got the roster pulled up.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
His last name begins with a... No, he's a power forward. Last name begins with a D.
I'm just going to sit here and wait.
It's Danik or Dung.
I'm watching it right here on the TV. That's how I know.
What's his first?
Go ahead. No, check it, Chris, to prove me right. I always like it when Chris proves me right.
I don't know who I'm looking for. The only power forwards I see are Davis Bertrand, Dorian Finney-Smith, Dwight Powell, Maxie Kleber, Marquise Chris, Moses Wright. Well, that was old.
Are you on Dallas? Dallas Mavericks?
Mavericks, yeah.
Yep. Now go to the point guard.
Oh,
He's not a point.
Luka Doncic.
Luka. Yes.
What's his size?
I don't know.
How tall is he?
I'm looking. Oh, he's Slovenian.
Okay.
Yes.
I was close.
6'7".
Ah, wait! The world is over.
You just tried to say he was 6'3".
Huh?
You just tried to say he was 6'3",
You trying to say he
6'4".
was 7'2" or something?
Well, I thought he was taller than that.
That's right. You were wrong. Admit it right now, right here.
I
so
was
everybody can
wrong.
hear.
I admit it.
There you go. Thank you. Who was right though?
You weren't. You said he was shorter than he is.
You're see now you just want to take face because you don't want to say I was right.
You're right. He's still a big boy.
Actually, I was right because I get all my information from the Google.
The Google box.
The Google box.
And everything on the Google box is correct.
Maybe I'm thinking.
As
Maybe
I
I'm
say that
thinking
with
about
no
the
sarcasm.
Joker being tall.
Yeah, you're getting that. You're getting all
I'm
that.
getting my
heat.
Bosnian Serbians mixed up.
I know.
Croatian.
You're getting your Bosnian Serbians mixed up, and he's getting his Google mixed up. Google box.
He's
mixed up.
Slovenian. He's not Bosnian or Serbian.
That's all the same area, ain't it?
Slovenia.
Well,
He's
it's
like from
Close
Hers-
in that same
hers-
general area.
hers something.
Ljubljana. I don't know how to
I don't know.
pronounce it.
I don't know what-
Ljubljana.
I don't know who that is.
Slovenia.
Slovenia.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Slovenia was a country now.
Apparently, I can look at.
I don't
that
think
too.
Serbia is a country anymore, is it?
If they
Like-
got people from there, it is.
Serbia and Herzegovina.
Yeah. Some of them like during the USSR breakup and a bunch of stuff happened and there's no longer a Yugoslavia. It's
Right.
I think Serbia is part of Yugoslavia. Or what is now Serbia used to be Yugoslavia.
It's something like that. I can't remember.
All right. So anyway,
All that geography changes a lot
It
it
does.
does.
over,
And there's
over
no
there in that part
basketball.
of the world.
There are no basketball players up here. I don't even think they know what basketball is. We're going by the high school earlier, and there's a parking lot full, and it's all probably geeks inside because there was nobody outside in the heat doing nothing. But they did have a tennis match over here yesterday.
Softball game today.
That was a kids softball game. No, that wasn't.
High
That wasn't.
school.
Was it?
Yeah, those were high schoolers.
They look awful small, but then again, they only come out for 4 months a year. The rest of them. How do they get away with school days up here? Because you're snowed in and the bus can't get to you. So how do they go online?
That's why they go till June. Middle
Oh,
of
that's
June.
true. They don't get out till June the 5th or 6th or something.
10th.
So they're 10th. Yeah. So yeah, it's just weird. I was just wondering that
It's
because
built-in snow days. They built in snow days. That's why they're
do they have built-in snow months?
no, but they
Because-
have like built-in snow days, so they plan their schedule for longer to have snow days built in, so they don't miss time.
Well, that's just weird. It's just weird of being way up here and there's no athletics, no sports to really talk about in the area here. That softball is probably one of the biggest things going right now. I mean, that's just
hockey, but that's only part times of the year, right? Certain times of the
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Well, I had a skier who broke his leg.
Huh?
My first couple weeks here, we had a skier who broke his leg.
Yeah, but he was just up on the mountain skiing. He's been skiing 50 years and broke his leg. Wait till I go up there. They ain't never skied before.
Yeah, no, hockey is big here, but
Why are you laughing,
they
Chris?
tell
I'm
me they're
not.
not big into sports here because the people here tell me they're not big into sports because they don't have any decent teams.
Ah.
Well, that's because they don't have any damn sports.
They don't get into college football because they said all their teams suck, so they don't get into that.
There is nobody you tell me what team's in Vermont.
I'm first sure the University of Vermont is a football team.
They're probably Division
They just
12.
suck.
They're probably Division with BSU,
I
though.
doubt it.
Can you imagine people
Well, I mean,
that come
They
to play
mostly
football down
do-
there?
They mostly do outdoor stuff.
Yeah, like hiking and skiing
yeah, I can
and
see.
anything that has to do with the ing on the end of it.
Apparently, tennis.
Yep, there's a
Tennis.
tennis
So we
court
had a
right beside
tennis
it.
match.
We had a tennis match yesterday.
There's a
That's just she's doing some competitive sleeping here.
See
there's a
that?
sports magazine, Vermont Sports Magazine.
Wow, maybe we need to get a hold of them and talk to them and find out what they actually do up here.
University
if they got a
of Vermont
magazine-
Athletics.
There you go. They have a football team.
University of Vermont VCATs.
Big cat.
VCATs.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
an interesting thing.
That just tells you right.
Lacrosse, track and field.
Oh, lacrosse is probably big up
I
there.
forgot about
Yeah,
lacrosse
that's
too.
it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the,
all?
That's the stuff that's coming up. May 11th, men's lacrosse versus Manhattan. Men's track and field at New England. Women's track and field at New England on the 13th. Women's lacrosse on the 13th.
I bet they have a football team. They just wouldn't be coming up right now because it's not football
But
season.
they got
So all right, guys, I'm gonna change this subject real quick
All
because
right.
I'm bored. So I got a question. So if you guys are sitting in a basketball game or a football game for that matter, and you're sitting there and your son is playing or your daughter is playing in a professional sport
no football.
and the people beside you, because you're losing, they're a different fan. They're from the opposing team and they're sitting there and they're like, okay, let me give you a hug here. Take this hug because you're a loser. And so is your son and da-da-da-da-da. They were
That's just
aggressively
rude.
giving you hugs. But, and so the question I have is, does that warrant a legal action against you
Okay,
or
listen.
against them for what they did?
Number one, you ain't hugging me if I don't want you to. If I don't know you,
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
if I
If
don't
somebody's
want you,
standing behind you and you don't know it, they reach across you and try to give you a hug from behind, and
they
their
gonna get an
arms are already
elbow in the
around you.
gut.
I understand that. But so the reason I'm asking is because Chris Paul's father and mother were in the stands, and the guy next to him, and there's, I guess it was a female, they just were hugging them and grabbing them. And they got thrown out of the arena, and the Dallas Mavericks owner, which we all know who that is, he banned them from ever coming back into that arena again.
Well, I
The
think that's
question is,
appropriate.
should he be charged with it could be, some states it could be a simple battery because he did that.
No, I don't think they should be charged legally, but I think it's appropriate that they were kicked out of the game.
I think it's appropriate too. I just wondering what
Yeah.
you guys thought. What do you think, Chris? If somebody was to do that to you and your daughter plays basketball, so they were to do that to your wife while you're sitting there, what would you think? Chris?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't
He's
want them
thinking.
to be
And it's just not something you do.
there. I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't ban them for life. I'd just be like, okay, warning. First off, don't hug people without their permission. You know.
Yeah.
No, I think them getting kicked out of the game is appropriate. I mean, you can't, especially in this day and age with the pandemic that's just going around. You just can't touch people without their permission. You can't just go in for the hug.
Yeah.
Now, everybody ain't as
No.
good at bobbing and weaving as I am, because I'd duck right under that hug. But
Yeah.
I'm short. I can get away with it. But
True.
no, you just don't grab people that you don't know. That's not appropriate. Unless you're saving their life. You don't just go up and grab people.
Right.
See? I had a tennis ball.
Nice.
We were in a tennis match yesterday. I told you. I just changed the
The
subject. Like
competitive
that.
season's over.
Okay, look. So one of Tracy's main
Duchess is
pet
winning the
peeves-
competitive sleeping. What now? I'm sorry.
One of Tracy's pet peeves. All right, Chris, are you there?
I'm here.
And see what you think about this. So
What
one of
about
Tracy's pet peeves is save the turtles. So what we usually do is if we're walking on the beach, which there's not one here, but if we're doing something like that, she always, no matter where we're at, she gets some Coke bottles and they're all set together, she gets these rings like this. And she makes me tear them apart because she's too weak to do it. But I can't just do that because it leaves one big hole.
You got to completely cut it up.
A bunch of little holes.
I completely cut them all up.
See,
Do
Chris
you do
does
that
it too.
also?
It's
But
not
see,
just
there's-
turtles.
but there's
Ducks
little
get
holes
stuck
like
in
this.
that. All kinds of things get stuck in those things.
Yeah, I
That's why you
completely
should
cut
cut 'em
those
up.
up.
So you
I just
you
take a
do-
pair of scissors and
Yeah.
cut them.
That's what I do.
Well, y'all suck because I just throw them in the trash can.
Well, I mean, you do what you can for the environment.
Yeah,
And
I know
Yeah, and I
that's
put
one
it in the trash
thing.
can.
That's one thing
That's a
that
simple thing
there
to
are a
do.
lot of animals that are found with those around them, and sometimes, especially sea turtles, will be found in it. They'll actually have grown. Their body will have grown around one of those, and so it's just one of those dangerous things that it's not hard for me to cut it up, so I just cut it up.
Ducks,
before I put it in the
birds,
trash.
turtles,
Oh yeah.
all kinds of things get caught up in those things.
So what else, Chris? This one's for you. What else can we do to help the planet? Something similar to that. Do you have anything? I'm sure if Danny was here, she's that heart lover too, so she would have probably about 1 million things to say.
Yeah.
So like I personally don't. Up here, they're big on paper straws. Everything's a paper straw.
I
And
can't
I don't
stand
mind
paper
that.
straws.
They're not as easy
Pointless.
to use as regular straws, but they're better for the environment.
Maybe.
So I don't mind that.
Oh, lost him again. There we go. They're coming back on. Come on. Sorry about that. Lost you guys again.
That's all right. So you put your lips around you put your lips around them, and what happens?
Huh? Around what?
Y'all were talking about them straws.
Yeah, no, I don't like those.
How come I'm not getting any video on anybody else?
I'm trying to get
There we go.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Got you guys back. There you are.
No, I would prefer plastic straws, but I am okay with paper straws if it's good for the environment.
Yeah.
I'm okay
I
with
can
taking my own
understand
grocery
that.
bags to the store if it's good for the environment. But I'd rather just load up a bunch of plastic ones and bring them home. Yeah, because it's easier. But yeah,
We always reuse all of our plastic bags.
Yeah. Well, my mother uses them for trash bags, but either way,
Yeah.
they're going to they're going to the dump, and it's going to take them 50,000 forevers to degrade.
So
And I don't
All
eat
right.
at Jimmy John's.
no,
Oh,
we ain't going there. That's political. We're not going there.
you know those they got those incineration plants that actually burn up the trash.
Yeah.
You're not coming up, Chris.
Huh?
You're not coming up.
Well, I don't know. Then it's your phone. But
It's not my phone.
oh,
I
okay.
can't.
Oh, hold on. Hold
I'm
on.
not seeing you.
Hold on.
There you
There.
are.
There I am.
There
Okay.
you is.
Here I am.
All right, go ahead.
Anyway, those incineration plants are pretty interesting because one of my jobs many years ago was actually going in and using explosives on the lime that would build up on those boilers. It was interesting.
Wow, I bet.
I had to climb
Well,
through
these,
those small spaces and, like tie up these sticks of basically dynamite.
That ain't happening. I ain't crawling through nobody's small space.
Yeah.
These reusable bags we get here from Walmart, I'll say I used to be a plastic bottle.
Yeah.
So see, recycle, save the planet. We
That's
only
right.
got one.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this. We're going to take a quick commercial break because we haven't done any of that. You got commercials loaded, Chris, or not?
I do.
All right, let's do that, and then we'll come right back and we'll end the show because we only got a couple more things I want to say.
Okay.
All right, now. See you on the other side.
Research less and relax more with eTravel Anytime. Let us help you decide which Sandals destination is best for your romantic getaway, or help you choose the family resort that is best for your vacation. We can also help you decide which cruise is best for you and your family. Tell us your preferences and we can narrow down your choices. Contact us today so we can help you plan your next vacation. Call 229-300-3691. Need a website for your business? Let Shadowfox Design help. We will design and build your website so you have more time for your business. We will help with all your online needs so you have more time for your customers. Learn more and get started now by going to www.shadowfox.design.
And we're back.
We're back. We're talking about our dogs. I have a husky, and she has that mouth right there. It's a mouth, but that's the inside of the RV in the back.
It's a baby. She's a baby.
And I got my husky. But anyway, so next week on the show, we've got who is it? The
CrossFit people.
The CrossFit of Valdosta will be coming in. Again, I'm gonna get my booty shorts and my half shirt.
Please don't.
And then if I come walking up in there, y'all are gonna die. Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna go full Gene Simmons.
It'll be interesting because I won't be here, but
I know. And you'll have to watch
Simmons.
it live.
yeah.
Who, Tracy?
It's Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons, not Gene. I'm not going
you
like
did
this.
that the other week too. It's what you kept singing the other week too.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out because I'm halfway stupid. So,
It's okay.
and the other half I'm smart. So there you go. So anyway, so Chris won't be here. Chris will actually be on cerveza, whatever that means. But siesta, that's it.
Okay.
Not cerveza. I don't know what cerveza means.
My wife and I are going out of town for our anniversary.
Well, siesta means sleep.
They're gonna go sleep
Might be
too.
asleep, but yeah.
He need to catch up on his sleep.
Yeah.
This is what, your first anniversary?
No. I think we're on 17 this year.
Woo, woo, woo. 17.
That's right.
Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Keep going,
Well,
you'll catch.
We thought last year was our 15th because we totally, like, I don't think 2020 actually existed. So.
Yeah, not for anybody. You're right.
Yeah. So, but no, we're on 17 this year.
Nice. Good job. Well, happy early anniversary to you and
Happy anniversary.
your
Thank you.
wife, Aruna. And so I guess your dad is going to sit in and we're going to have all kind of mistakes next week. Is that it?
Well, let's hope not. Hopefully I can teach him enough to help him get
Where's
by.
he at? Have him stick his head up in here.
He had to step out for a minute.
Oh, so he's not learning. Okay, I get it.
Well, there's not much to do at the moment other than what I've already been doing.
That's true. Well, it's about time for the Heat and the 76ers to come on in the conference finals. I think it's about time for us to go.
Heat's going to win.
I hope
the
so.
Heat win. I do too. I don't pull for the Heat a lot because I didn't like them when they had LeBron James. But I'm slowly growing out of that because LeBron's been gone for a while. So I'd like to see the Heat win. But if they don't, I'm not going to be hurt. But I'd like to see Boston win too. But we'll be back on next week. We're talking about going twice a week. I don't know. Chris and I were talking about that today. You think any more about that, Chris?
I've been thinking about it, yeah.
We'll have 2 weeks to think about it because he'll be gone for a week.
Yeah.
So, all right. Tracy, you got anything?
No, I'm good.
Chris, you got anything?
No. I think I'm good.
All right, Georgia Beer Company. We're looking
There's
forward to your
Dad.
sponsorship. We found out today that they may be sponsoring us, so we're looking forward to the Georgia Beer Company.
Awesome.
And also we're going to run some of theirs to get some of their beer.
Nice.
If anybody has any questions, comments, please Go to our Facebook, our Twitter, our TikTok. What else we got there, Chris?
Yeah, YouTube,
Yeah, sorry, I forgot our YouTube. I don't
Oh,
ever go to YouTube anymore.
Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah,
I hope somebody's keeping up with that because I keep forget we even have it.
yeah. Well, we
But
just
anyway.
go live on it. But yeah.
So give us a holler if you got any questions. And see that QR code is right there, or I call it a Scantron. Scan that right there on your TV. It'll take you straight to our Facebook or our website. We'll catch you guys next week.
Peace.